everyone, my name's Lyndsey and I'm the Open Space Manager for Carson City Parks Recreation and Open Space. And I am standing out here today at Long Ranch Park. Spring has officially sprung and we're starting to see a lot of our nuisance and invasive weeds coming up. And I just wanted to hop on today and just do a little public service announcement about some of the common weeds that we're finding and let you know how you can treat them in your own yards. So join me for a little walk. The number one call that we've been getting lately has to do with the plant that you see here. So this plant is called Bur Buttercup. It's characterized by being relatively short-statured, and you can see the main thing here is that it has kind of a spiky seed head to it that's also called the burr in the Bur Buttercup. But interestingly enough, this plant is commonly confused with puncture vine, also called goat heads. Both have a kind of spiky seed head to them, and both have yellow flowers, so they are commonly mixed up. The biggest difference between Bur Buttercup and puncture vine has to do with the leaves. So you can see here, these plants don't really have too big of leaves. There's some small ones down at the bottom base of the plant, but generally they're not too leafy, whereas the puncture vine tends to have a more pronounced leaf system, and they grow in kind of a sprawling growth pattern versus these that are more upright. The other great thing about puncture vine versus Bur Buttercup is that Bur Buttercup has a really shallow root system. So you can see here just about a half an inch or so is the extent of the root system. These are annual plants, so they're not going to come back every year from the roots. So if you do remove them by hand and you're able to get them before they have gone to seed, that's the best way to treat these plants. Here's an example of a really tall Bur Buttercup. This one's growing adjacent to a sidewalk, so it's probably getting a bit more water in terms of runoff and things like that. But just goes to show you some of the variability in size that you can see with these plants. So the key to any successful weed treatment is going to be to catch the plant at the right time for removal. So about now, when we start seeing these plants flowering and then starting to go to seed, like the plant you see on the right here, now is the perfect time to target the Bur Buttercup if you have it in your yard. In just a few weeks' time, the plant here on the right is going to develop into a full-blown sticker, and it's going to dry out and become more hard, and that's when it's going to become more of an issue in terms of getting stuck in your socks or getting stuck in your pet's fur. So you definitely want to be targeting the plant about now. Anytime you get the plant before it goes to seed, you're going to prevent that seed from going into the seed bank and germinating into future weeds next year. So now's the time to get out, grab your hula hoe or a shovel. Even just giving these plants a light kick or an easy little pull will remove them from the ground, no problem. So thanks everyone for joining me on that little walk. I hope that was helpful and it helps give you a sense of some of the plants you might be seeing coming up in your yard. If you have more questions about noxious or nuisance weeds growing in your yard or in your area, visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/ccpr department. Thanks so much. Hope to see you on the trail.